All right, welcome back to Rollin with the Homies, episode 9. We got Kai in studio, the youngster.
He's here. He's ready for the podcast. Got the pop rocks.
He's ready. Well, let's talk about training, Cody. We're about, how many days out now?
I think we're 10 days out from weigh-ins, 11 from the fight, correct?
Yep. And I woke up this morning, I saw like a big article on Bloody Elbow. They were talking about a picture you just posted about, man, if Cody's going to get 25, I don't know where he's going to lose it because he's looking really lean. And they were talking about like another picture that had like a different light angle. And I was like, I guess it was like the one that had like your veins were all popping out.
I'm super vascular.
But it's cool, man. Yeah, there's a lot of doubters out there.
Yeah, I think that's with anything that's new, or there's just like when I was going into the Dominic Cruz fight, you know, I was knocking everybody out, finishing everybody, was on a tear. There's always these questions of, can he go the full 5 distance? Can he, do this? I think when you're doing something new that you've never done, it's theories until they're proven. And, that's why I made sure that I've done it right. I've done it from the beginning with, got the best, nutritionist, Dr. Mateo, Capital Nutrition. Really, really invested in myself 6 months ago to get this done prior to, doing the job, making sure we can do it correctly, and first and foremost, just the consistency of every day just going in there and grinding every day through aches, pains, injuries, setbacks, being tired. Just, that's your job. You got to get up every day and give 120% every day, no matter. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. No one cares. No one cares how hard you worked yesterday. It's every day your work ethic is judged. And that's what is showcasing in these last, later parts of the camp, the cutting down, the weight. And the weight's good, man. I feel good. My energy feels great. I feel faster than I ever have, strong, and just ready to go out there and put on a performance, man. I'm very excited.
Yeah, man, you look really good. Your last sparring was, the best sparring. We're peaking right on cue. And there's always going to be doubters, right? Like I was talking about. The article is kind of like clickbait. It's talking about, can he make it? Like, I don't see where he's going to lose an extra whatever it is. But we're right on track. Yeah. And the cool thing is, well, not the cool thing. The thing that people don't understand is like we can lose 10 to 12 pounds of water in the week of with water manipulation and sodium and salt, retention and stuff like that. So, to the average Joe, to the person that doesn't really, understand weight cutting.
And I'm 11 over right now, not even water loaded. So.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my God, he can't lose any more, but they don't understand that, there's a lot of water in your muscles. Like our body's made of like 70% water. Don't quote me on the exact percent, but it's a lot of water, and you can pull out a lot of water through a process of, a smart process with, professionals and stuff. So we're right on track, and I'm excited, man.
Yeah, dude,
what do we got? Yeah, we got, 10 days?
10 days in the weigh-in, right? I'm pretty
sure. Are we flying out on that jet or no?
Oh, man, Ross just hit me up, said that it was had to be service, is not available to the 14th. So now I have to go back to the UFC.
Oh, it's all right.
After canceling all
just
the
a regular plate.
No, they were trying to put me on Spirit, like, because they're doing, they're going away with the Southwest of the cancellations. And it's like, man, I'm flying all the way to Denver, have a layover in Denver, and then flying from Denver to Vegas for an hour and 20-minute flight. It's going to turn into a 4 or 5 hour process. I'm just like, guys, can you guys just get me a direct flight? That's why my buddy Ross said that, he'd take us on this jet. And he's like, bro, this has never happened. He had to have a service. Things happen. We'll get there.
Yeah, I think the only jet I've ever been on was with you on one of the fight trips. So that was a cool experience. I remember Uncle Bob; he was loving it. He every second he was getting all the fruit trays, like the drinks, the bubbly
boards,
sparkling drinks. Yeah, it was funny. He was living it up. But yeah, we got 3 people on the card, 3 people on the team. We got Josh Emmett, Hollion. I think Hollion's like opening up the main card, and then it's you. And we got Josh fight his comeback fight after his knee surgery. A lot of fights coming up. We got Clay this week.
And we got Allen.
The guys that people don't really know about. Allen, he's fighting for the belt for LFA coming up.
Undefeated 6-0.
Brazilian guy.
He's a scrapper. I mean, this kid
really good. Puts in work.
Yep, excited for that fight. That's
he'll be champ. He'll be champ.
Yeah, he's gonna get this strap. He puts in the work. good training partner of mine. You know, Song started us off with a big knockout win. You know, they're gonna
let's keep this rolling.
Yeah,
man.
ride this momentum into our fight week and just keep it going. It's gonna be a great year for our team, and you know, be able to enjoy Christmas. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you're focused on your fight, Cody, but you know, as you know, this is a huge card.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you? Is there any fight on the card that you know you want to see or you're looking forward to?
Man, I'm looking forward to Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. I think that fight, it's just stylistically, you know, they're just so well-rounded martial. That's me up there, yeah. Yeah, and stylistically, they're just such good martial artists, and to match them together is just amazing. Actually, you know, for the world title, that's what I'm excited for. Yeah, you know, Jeff Neal, and Santiago. That's going to be a good fight. Those both dudes come out to fight.
So Santiago is replacing Masvidal, huh?
No, well,
no.
They just they put that in the card. They
I was thinking Geoff Neal for Leon Edwards. Oops.
Yeah, they just bump that one up there. That's a bang. That's a nice one. I'm excited for that. And you know, obviously there's Josh Emmett versus Dan Ige. That's I mean, this whole card is just stacked. You got Pedro Munoz versus Dominic Cruz. Excited to see that one. I think that if Dominic comes in healthy and has his wheels underneath him, he'll be able to outpoint him, you know, keep the movement up.
Yeah, I feel like Dominic is more, you know, he'll outpoint Pedro because Pedro kind of waits and you know, he'll wait to get into those kind of slugs and, you know, attack the legs and stuff. He has been pressing the pace more in his previous fights, but, you know, sometimes he waits a little bit longer and Dom's more the mover and tries to, you know, outpoint you with different things. Do you like to watch fights before you actually fight, or do you just focus in on?
It depends, you know, like depends on where we're at in the warm up,
Yeah.
you know, how far we're out, how many fights is out. But yeah, we sit back, you know, like, you know, sometimes the last fight's been at the Apex, so we've literally been.
It's
there
hard
for
not
an
to,
hour,
right?
hour
Because
and a
there's
half.
like so many screens of the fights coming up, and like the way the rooms are set up, like you could be warming up with somebody, or you could be having your own room.
Right.
So it just all depends. Like the way this dynamic's gonna work, you know, Josh, I'll be cornering Josh. He's a few fights ahead of you. Or before you, so I'll have plenty of time to run to you and have like an hour and a half to do our thing, get warmed up, and then, you know, Hollion, which, you know, Uriah and Fabio and those guys, they're right before you, so they'll be walking out, then we'll be getting ready, so then we'll all like come together before the fight and do like kind of like the pre-walkout together. Yeah, and then we'll like just break off. The actual corner man will break off and do the real walkout, but. Oh man, I just got like goosebumps.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for. Yeah, this is my first fight in, you know, quite some time with a crowd. And the stat cards at T-Mobile Arena. Okay.
Oh damn! I didn't even really think about that.
Yep.
So this is a real crowd.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was gonna be just the Apex
no,
fight.
man, they can't put something like this big. And
yeah. Wow. So this is gonna be different, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. You have a stat
I'm
card.
so used to the Apex fight now. Like I feel like I don't know how many fights it's been now since, you know, the whole thing, but all of them pretty much have been at the Apex.
I've only had 2, you know, but
I think I've only been one so far with the fans back. I forget whose fight it was.
Was it Elkins? No,
I forget, man. There's been they just kind of like all mixing together now.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, I'm excited. This is the last week, and then we leave Tuesday. Tuesday, I'll be gone the whole week, and then I come back, and I'll be going to Elkins fight week 2. He's fighting Cub Swanson. So
that's a big fight.
Busy end of the year, but you know, I wouldn't want anything else.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been getting asked this a lot, and we kind of talked about this, and we were joking about it, and we'll get into it. I don't know how are you going to set it up last time? Remember? Who knows?
I was going to set up. I didn't have my son here, so I think we can switch that one for maybe later.
Yeah.
But
True.
The question was, you know, about sex before a fight. Right at now, I don't have the.
I think we talked about this, but
everything's just going into this fight, training camp, diet, recovery. You know, I'm doing a lot of mental preparation outside of training, calming the mind. You know, I use a couple apps to do just calming the mind because I mean I'm
Which
in
app?
fight
What
mode.
app do you like?
I like the Calm app.
Yeah.
The Calm app. You know, there's stories. There's wrestle meditation.
Is that a paid one?
Breath work. Yeah,
you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
And
Come on, Calm,
we're
hook
not
it up.
sponsored yet. Let's get some sponsors on
Let's
this
go,
show.
man. The Calm app. I use that every day.
I'm pretty sure you can get sponsored though with your following if you reach out to them.
Just read a nice story to them. Yeah, LeBron James. They have like Matthew McConaughey. I actually fell asleep to Matthew McConaughey. His voice is so soothing. I was like, man, Matthew, what's up?
Yeah, he's got a good.
I want to read you expert from
He's got a good voice.
I think I fell asleep like in 3 minutes. Man. I was like, damn, I'm out. I woke up at cause I slept in today. Our sessions are a little later. And usually I'm up, 5:45, 6. And I was 7:37. I was like, damn, I slept in. All right, I felt good, ready to go. Then I had to go do my COVID Zoom call, so I just had to go do that on Zoom. We have to do a COVID test prior to departure on Tuesday, so we send those in today. They test to make sure that we're good before flying to Vegas for fight week.
I know I hit her up because I didn't get my email.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, send me that email because I don't want you guys to say that I didn't fill out my COVID thing and I can't corner. So
kind of last minute shuffle myself.
Dude, I hit her up at like 6:45 a.m. this morning. Like,
nice.
I'm not playing.
Yeah,
like,
did she
sent it. She's
cool.
like, oh, it's coming. It's
awesome.
coming.
Perfect. That's the last thing we need.
Yeah. So yeah, I never back in my day when I fought, I didn't like the whole sex release before the fight.
Yeah.
But sometimes it would end up being like a dream.
Yeah.
Like you would go so long.
I've had one wet dream in my life.
Yeah. Only one?
I pissed myself. Yeah, I woke up, I was like, man, I pissed myself.
Only one?
Shit. And I was like, and I realized, I was like, well, I was 17, 18. I was like, what the hell? And I was like, wow.
Man, I've had a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot. Like, not to brag, but like, there'd be times where like I would just like I'll just be celibate.
Was it the same dream? I mean, or different dreams?
Different.
All right.
Different. Especially
I just had one, so I remember what it was. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
It's strange.
But yeah, that's interesting stuff. When you go,
you told me one about what was it about before the Ultimate Fighter in the house or something?
I know, right? Like,
yeah,
so I would go a long time before fights. Like, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't masturbate, or I wouldn't have any type of like girl action.
Yeah.
But sometimes, it would just be so like built up. You'd just release like in a wet dream.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like too much info, but I remember on the Ultimate Fighter, I was like building up because I watched Choke like Rickson Gracie, and I was all into it. Like he said before, he was like, "Oh no, I don't do any sex 2 weeks before." Right. So I've always been like that because like your chi energy, and I just felt like no release. I feel like that's where I'm going to be, have like the most testosterone, and I'm just going to be like the most hungry, like a caged animal. So I remember like my first fight going into the house, I was all like, had no sex for like months, bro. Almost, dude, I went almost a year no sex, like going into the Ultimate Fighter. And then, of course, like no masturbation, no nothing. And then like right before the biggest fight, like it was like the semifinals. Boom.
Just in it.
Dude, like the biggest wet dream ever. And I was like, damn, I just let out all my chi, like all my energy.
All nervous and shit. He was all nervous. And I was like, damn, what the
Dude,
hell's
that was like
happen?
the biggest, I was all nervous. I was like, man, I wasn't even nervous about the fight. I was nervous about I let out all my chi.
Man, I had when I fought Dominic Cruz that day, that morning before we were, getting ready to go to the arena. I mean, I've put in a nice old session. Yeah, I remember like, what the hell? Like, I know. Like, man, I had to. I'm like, I'm a gladiator.
I wonder if like
gladiators, like before they go off the battle, man, they make love to to their wife and to their loved one, and because they don't know if they're going to return. You know, they might plant their seed.
Yeah, I respect that. And everyone's style is different. Like, I didn't have that mindset. Like, that's totally different, and that's proven that the way your performance was that.
I was loose. I was loose, boy. I was low state.
You're loose.
Yeah.
But everyone can be different. I think it's a mental thing, and it's where you put your mindset.
I think that's going into mindset, confidence, just what you do in training camp. Like, because I mean, obviously, it's like the work's done at that point if you're trying to, But still, like, I get it. You're in a house with dudes, girls, you can't even just go if you wanted to. Like, if you were just at your house at leisure, like, I'm gonna, go and have, take care of myself in the shower, or wherever, what I mean? Wherever you take your special place is. Like, you're in a room with other fighters. There's no privacy. You know what I mean? Like, you were on the co-ed season had girls. So I mean, that could have been a lot of fun.
I know. I did tell him like in the interviews, like with all the producers, like I was trying to like hype it up a little bit. I was like, man, you guys better have some infrared cameras because like
put work in the dark under these sheets.
Oh man, yeah, I was trying to get them going, but it worked. I got on the show.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Oh wait, let's talk about the little travel van because I see you pulling up.
Yeah,
pulling up in this like cool, like tricked out Mercedes Sprinter van.
Yeah, I got a Sprinter van from Alpine. Overland Projects out of Oregon. It was their marketing van, and it's it's great, man. Especially when I have double, triple days here. I got my dog in there, hangs out, chills. Oh, okay, it's Kai's dog. Sorry, it's Kai's dog. Kai hangs out there. Like in between, like our sessions. Want to eat, hang out, do some business emails, calls if I need to, just relax. And just hang out. So it's good. It's a good little van to have.
Yeah, it's definitely
Kyle
like
loves it. He always wants to. He's like, we can sleep in it. I'm like, yeah. So I got it. But obviously, after this fight and the camp, look to do some weekend warrior trips. Some places. Tahoe's close. Just go to some national parks around and get off grid for a little bit. That's what I'm looking forward to doing.
For sure, man. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's goals to like trick out my Tacoma and like put like a shell on it and like one of those like things like opens up like almost like a taco where you can sleep up top.
Those are awesome.
And just like I have a total mobile travel
Shag
Tacoma.
Wagon. Shag wagon.
Hey, all right, Q&A. Let's go. What is Cody's walkout song and why? I know the answer to this, but let's hear it from you.
My walkout song is Queen's "We Will Rock You," and that's a song that my high school wrestling team used to run out to. It just tradition, something that I always.
And that's we will.
Yeah, we will
rock you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And everyone knows that song, so.
You got blood on your face, a big disgrace.
Can
all over the. He's flying his flag, I'm flying my flag. Let's go to war. It's. I like it. And obviously, Queen. Freddie Mercury is a huge artist, and one of my favorites from quite some time. Obviously, since I was probably a young kid, we were blasting "Queen, We Will Rock You" in our wrestling room since novice days, which was probably first grade, second grade. I mean, our school wrestled at that. Had a week of wrestling, so that's all I always looked into, and I just kept it like that. Queen. I have switched up here and there, but it just feels right with Queen, especially if the crowd gets into it, stomping their feet in the bleachers, and just you just hear that rumbling of the crowd, and it gets you. For me, it gets me ready to go in there and do what I have to do.
No, for sure, man.
All right, the next
pumped
one.
Up every time.
Yeah, for sure. Next one. What is Chris's walkout song? I already know this one.
Mine was Montel Jordan. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always like my jam. Even when I was like growing up, like that song just always stuck with me. Like I would always like sing it along. I was like, man, I like that song. And then people like it too. Like,
No, I get you. Yeah.
Everyone knows that song, and like when they hear the beat and then when they hear it drop, it's like, this is how we do it. And then you look around, everyone's like shoulders are popping.
Oh yeah, I'll get down to it. I've caught it a couple times. Me in the octagon.
Kai likes it too.
Yeah, Kai likes
that song.
No, Kai's
too.
favorite song is a Spider-Man song by Post Malone and Swali, huh? A-A-O. Sing it. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, Kai.
Yeah.
Get it?
Sing in the mic. It's him in the song.
Oh, he got shy.
He got shy. Stage fright. Sit back. So yeah, he likes that. We literally listen to that Spider-Man song on repeat. Every time he's with me, we're driving. It's Spider-Man song repeat. That's just a good one. I like it. Sunflower. Yep, Sunflower.
Yeah, when I lived with you, and Zach, I remember I forgot what song it was, but I started to.
Clever.
No, it was like a kid's song, because like you guys would always put on
Baby Shark.
Yeah, it was one of them.
Man.
Like I knew that tone. I was always in the back of my head, like ding ding ding.
Oh gosh, I got that. Now I got. Yeah, Spider-Man.
Nice Spider-Man backpack.
I got the island. I'm an island boy. I got that. Like, every time I hear that, it's stuck in my head. Like,
Cool, man. So weight cut's going good.
Weight cut feels great.
Like 10, 11 over.
I was 11 over this morning.
Yeah.
Yep, 11 over this morning. So
we're right on track.
Had a nice carb load yesterday. Had some nice tuna, some rice, mushrooms, and spinach that Scott Ostrander from Origami Asian Grill whipped me up. So that was
I
nice.
went to Oregon yesterday,
yeah,
too.
it was bomb. It was
I
so
saw
good.
Macy there.
That food's so good. I love it. Right down the street. And, Brian and Shayna, Ultimate Fitness Food, have been prepping my meals, and also with Trifecta. It has been a huge help this camp, cutting down and just making sure I have, all the nutritional food and value that I have going into the camp to feel primed and ready.
Yeah, bro. You're ready.
Ready to smash.
Fight picks or no? Fight picks. All right, I got my boy Dustin Poirier. I'm going with him, even though Charles Oliveira is a jiu-jitsu guy, and I always favor heavy towards jiu-jitsu people. But Dustin Poirier has always been one of my favorite fighters, and I think his grit and his all-around just toughness is going to be able to win a decision over Oliveira.
I have that too. I think Dustin's grittiness, his conditioning, where he's never really out of position for huge landing shots. I think he's cleaned that up a lot. His boxing's really sharp, and the way that he evaluates his opponents, but he's also able to minimize his conditioning with the strikes. He's always in position to make it a martial arts, back and forth, up and down. He's not afraid to mix it together.
Yeah, and then we got the girls, the championship fight, Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena.
When you have such a dominant force in Amanda Nunes, it's hard to pick against her. Juliana Pena has had a great career, Ultimate Fighter champion. She's battled through a lot of adversity with injuries and coming back and having a child. But I really truly feel like Amanda Nunes is just on another level. But excited to see Juliana Pena at this level of her career, where she's battled through to get here. But obviously Amanda Nunes is she's just a favorite in this division, in both divisions actually.
For sure, I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right, no, you're gonna pass on that one. But Geoff, it's so funny. We were watching this fight, and we were watching one of his past fights. My brother was like, "This motherfucker's name's Geoff." I'm like, exactly that. He's like, so every time I see him, I was on FaceTime Zoom with him today. He goes, I say, "This motherfucker's name's Geoff."
Yeah, Zach.
Like, well, his name's Jeff. It just felt like that. I was dying with we were Lance at Lance's place in Jersey. He said, "This motherfucker's name's Geoff." Dude, I just remember that. But he's a great fighter, man. He's got power in both hands.
Is that a Santiago guy that does all the flips and stuff around?
No, they look like it. No,
that looks exactly
right.
Like
Yeah,
him.
They do. Santiago is tough, man. I really like him. He's. I just think that Jeff Neal has that. Go spit it out.
How did this fight end up on the main card compared to like Munoz and Dominic?
I'm not sure. I think obviously they have to put
They got to even it out, right?
Yeah, they have to put the the preliminary cards with some good fights too.
Gotcha. Who else? We got anybody else we want to talk about on this side? We got Julian Pavia versus Sugar Sean. Of course, I'm going with my boy Julian. He's been putting in the work here with the team. I think he'll be able to expose some of Sean's weaknesses and make this a gritty fight and not play Sean's game.
Yeah, exactly. I've been training with Julian for a few weeks now. I just feel like he's been battle tested in there. Yeah. He's been battle tested in there, with a lot of fights and things. He's been, cut deeply. He's been in war. He's been battling back. He had that last fight coming up against Sugar's teammate and the guy that beat Song, that Kyler Phillips, and it was a close fight in the beginning. And then, Julian edged out in the last 2 rounds and just, that's just him being battle tested in there. Yeah. So definitely Julian. Prelims, I think Dominic Cruz will get Pedro Munoz if he comes in healthy and shape, uses movement. But, it takes a couple calf kicks to slow that movement down. And,
And Pedro, he likes to throw those calf kicks.
He likes to throw those calf kicks a lot. And it's good. It's a 3-round fight. I think Frankie did a good job of staying moving and keeping the combos. But Frankie throws way more combination strikes than Dominic Cruz and throws it with intent to land and hurt you. So it's a different style. That's one kind of a toss-up for me. I'm not too keen on Dominic winning handily, but so I can see it going either way. So I'm excited to see that fight, how it presents.
Man, I'm gonna say Pedro Munoz I just feel like he might steal that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
We'll see. Even though I love Dominic, and I don't know, It's just I feel like he might get it.
There's a lot of people. Oh, Tony Kelly's on this.
They got Ryan Hall and Derek Minner.
Okay, Matt Chanel, Alex Perez.
Yeah. Cool to see what Ryan looks like after that. After that knockout loss he had.
Yeah.
He's coming against Derek Minner, the guy Daren Elkins just fought and beat. Minner's a tough SOB. Yeah. A couple other guys.
Awesome. Looks like a great card.
Yeah, great card. We're looking forward to it.
See y'all in Vegas next week.
Just want to give a shout out to everybody out there. I've been getting a lot of DMs about been liking the podcast and just showing us love. Make sure you guys go on the actual iTunes or whatever it is and drop a review. The more reviews, and just even if it's one word, will place us higher in a category. Our podcast will be more seen and more available for some people that haven't listened to it yet. So show us some love, repost it on social media, and we look forward to getting some more guests on here. Yeah, definitely. We appreciate tuning in and coming here each week and showcasing the week of training. It's been nice, obviously to have this podcast room with the homies. You guys are the homies for the most part, and just updating the weight cut, this camp. It's been nice. It's been nice to just kind of fine-tune and check everything each week with you guys, share with you guys. Got my son in here. He's our special guest. We appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Like, share, and tag, and, let us know what you'd like to hear from. And we'll hopefully maybe be able to do one fight week. We'll see how things are going. We'll bring our... I'll have my iPad. Yeah, we'll bring an iPad. We'll get it. Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll have one fight week coming at you live. We got anything to tell him, Kai? Yeah. What do you got to tell him? What? All right, Tom. Peace out. Peace out. Yep. You heard it there. Peace out, everybody.